Yeah, let's tell them.
All right. Hey guys, this is Dan and Melissa.
Well,
sorry.
Did you mean to?
No, I just am used to saying your name before mine.
That's funny. Don't worry about it.
Right.
We'll try it again.
Hi guys, this is Melissa.
And I'm Dan.
And this is our channel, Pineapples and Snowflakes. We are creating this channel just because we have been through a lot in the last couple of years with our infertility journey, and especially once we decided to do embryo adoption and donation. And we just really felt like there was a lack of really good informative videos that really kind of told about that process.
As to how it works, just so people like us who are looking could really find answers.
This is going to be our pilot episode, if you will, where you can just kind of get to know a little bit more about...
Raw and uncut, right?
Yes.
Well, no, we're going to cut it.
So I grew up in Nampa, Idaho, which is really close to Boise.
And I grew up in Portland. Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
LV. I grew up in Portland, so we're both from the Northwest. I'm a little bit older than her, so I actually went to college in Idaho, just like 5 years. and I went to college in the town where she grew up. So later on, after we both graduated, we met each other in Idaho.
So a little bit more about us now. We live in Kansas City, Missouri. Everybody always asks us how we ended up clear in the Midwest when both of us grew up in the Northwest, and it really just came down to affordable housing prices, and then I have some family that lives in the area.
Portland area is way too rainy and wet for me. No offense to anybody.
Whereas I love the rain and would love to be in stormy weather all the time.
Not like it's not rainy here sometimes, but...
A little bit about our infertility journey and how we got here was that when I was 16 years old, I found out that I had primary ovarian insufficiency, although back then they called it premature ovarian failure, because apparently you can just change the name of a condition on someone.
It was too harsh.
It was too harsh. So, so I kind of have known since my teenage years that I would not be able to have children, and I told Dan really early on in our relationship, and he was just so great about it, totally okay with it, and then I
really didn't think anything of it. Like, I thought things could change or nothing could change. It didn't really matter.
Yeah, so we didn't even know at that point if we would have kids, if we wanted to pursue adoption or any kind of IVF. Our first step was right after we moved to Kansas City. We went to see a reproductive endocrinologist, and she ran a whole bunch of tests, and we found out at that point that my AMH, which is the hormone that predicts how many egg follicles you have and if you might even ovulate, mine was a 0.03, and the normal range is kind of up above a 1 or a 1.5. So
to give you some perspective, mine's a 0, completely 0. Hers is a 0.03. So we're in there together.
Yes. And so after that, they said, IVF really isn't even viable for you. Right. It's like you have less than a 5% chance of producing a single embryo with IVF. So they just kind of gave us our options. Which
was when we first heard about embryo donation. And what else did they tell us about then?
Egg donors, right. And that was either frozen eggs or fresh egg cycles. Right. Obviously, infant adoption, foster to adopt, and then the embryo donation, which was just something we'd never heard of, and it sounded so crazy to us.
But they had them all listed out. The clinic we went to, they had the prices of everything, or the general prices. They don't really tell you a lot of times how much it all costs, because there's so many things that go into each of those different options that changes
the range,
per person.
Even with embryo adoption, the range is huge in what you're looking at price-wise, and that's the kind of stuff we want to get into in this series. And the reason we've decided to call it Pineapples and Snowflakes is because pineapples is the national symbol for infertility, and snowflakes is what they call frozen embryos, which is what you wind up adopting from donors or through a double donor program. So we're just gonna use this channel to kind of go through our process, and we are currently trying to get pregnant through embryo adoption. I've already had one failed transfer that was extremely traumatic, and we'll kind of get into all of that. And as we're gearing up for hopefully another cycle here in the next few months. We'll just get to walk you through that process, and you'll get to live it with us, and we hope it's a joyful journey, although there's going to be a lot of hard parts to get through.
It's going to be real. We don't know what's going to happen. We didn't realize everything that was going to happen so far, and we're really not sure what's coming. So we're just going to share it, and hopefully you guys can learn something about it as we go through it.
And if you didn't notice our third member here, this is Elvie Bell. She's our little cat, and you can imagine anytime we're sitting here, she's going to be in that video. We have another cat over here, but he's being a little kid.
He might walk across sometimes. And if you guys have any questions about this, I know we're just getting into it, so we don't have a lot of videos up yet. Feel free to post them in the comments, and we'll try to reply. All right, well, we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Nice to meet you. You can cut that part out.
I'll cut whatever I want.